Hey, what's going on, man? Welcome back to another Thought on the Go. Just currently out and about, man, enjoying just the beauties of nature, to be honest with you, man. During this quarantine, it is extremely beautiful where I'm at. I hope and pray all is well with you guys. But, while I was out here, man, I came out here, to be honest with you, to just take some time to clear my head, man, because, sometimes even in a quarantine, lockdown America, you still have moments where if you're not careful, you can just get lost in the hustle and bustle of society. You can, just get so engulfed into just different things that you have to do, different projects, different tasks that are now taking on a different role in light of the lockdown. I know some people personally, man, who have lost their jobs, and it's crazy to think that life has literally changed for a bunch of people overnight. And, from a Christian perspective, of course, it's one of those things that affirms to me the reality that Jesus is coming back. He is coming soon. And, whether we want to acknowledge that or not, we can't do anything about it. I mean, look at this crisis, man. Look at this moment that we're in. Society was just moving, and we have all these technological advancements, but still Corona happens, and man, now we're kind of in a standstill mode. People want to get back to work. People don't want to lose out on their entire life earnings, because it just doesn't feel fair. But again, that's the world we live in, and it's easy to listen to everything I'm talking about now and get somewhat discouraged, man, and feel somewhat trapped and all this other stuff. But I think it's important in times like these to really just take a moment, man, and clear your head. Even Jesus had to do it, to be honest with you. Jesus, one minute he's getting glorified, next minute people are talking about killing him and all this other crazy stuff. And instead of him letting all of that get to him, he decided, man, you know what? Let me take some time, leave the crowds, go off somewhere to pray. And I think that's something that we all need to be mindful of as well as believers, man. We have to take those moments, intentional moments, to clear our head. Don't wait until you are forced to do so. Some of you may look at this quarantine and think, man, I'm forced right now to do something I don't want to do. I'm forced to look internally with myself and think like, okay, there are some things that I need to improve on, you know what I'm saying, or may need to correct. Like, we don't like to do stuff like that, but some of you may feel like you have to do that. However, I don't want you to get just so engulfed in that. Rather, I want you to begin to make it a lifestyle, man, that you just take moments like these to just really clear your mind, man. Because at the end of the day, it's your life, all right? It's nobody else's life but yours. And truth be told, until Jesus comes back, this is the one time we have to live the life that he's given us now, this way. So I want you to fulfill everything that God has for you. I don't want you to go to your grave wondering, well, you're not going to be wondering in your grave, but just this whole thought of, wow, like, could I have done more if I would have pushed a little harder, if I would have, just been a little bit more intentional with my time? Could I have done more? And the fact of the matter is that you're going to be plagued with those thoughts if you don't take time to really just clear your mind and focus on the things that matter, but by the same token, that bring you peace as well. So for some of you, clearing your thoughts may mean you getting in the Word of God, because the Word of God is peaceful. It's, it renews your mind. It keeps you from the hustle and bustle, stresses that life gives us. So do that. For some of you, it may be just praying and meditating. I encourage you to do whatever healthy habits, all right? Only healthy habits that are going to put you in that place of clarity as it pertains to your thoughts, because this right here can get boggled up and jungled up. And so, sometimes you have to do it, because if you don't, down the road, it's going to be more dangerous for you. And what I mean by that is, if you don't take time to clear your thoughts, ultimately what's going to happen is it's like you come to this moment of just really exploding, you know, and you crash, and that's not healthy for you, because at the end of the day, you're not meant to just keep everything pent up inside, you know. In ethics, they call that a form of anger that's meditative. You know, they call that meditative anger, meditative frustration. It's the type of frustration that people just meditate on and keep all inside. But at some point, you have to let that stuff go, man. You got to get it out of your psyche, because if you don't do it, like I said, it can eat you up. It can destroy you. And I don't believe God has called you in this final hour of time to be destroyed. I believe it's the enemy's will for you to be destroyed, but it's God's will that you may have life, and have life more abundantly, man. So let's go ahead and continue to live the abundant life, even during a time of crisis. And, you know, be encouraged. We're almost out of it. You know what I'm saying? We're almost out of this apocalyptic crisis as far as the lockdown is concerned. But nevertheless, man, I mean, it's still a great time to really just not only seek God, but put in good habits now that are going to be able to help you down the road, okay? So listen, I love you. I'm praying for you. I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy a little bit more of my time out here, just meditating and really just enjoying this time to clear my thoughts. But I figured I'd bring you guys in on it and encourage you to do the same if you haven't already. I promise you, it'll do unbelievable benefits for you if you do so, okay? Until next time, God bless you.